at this. Look at these two in-game photos. Number 1 and number 2. And tell me what you see. Because I'm seeing a very different shape to Chivu's Inter tonight against USG. But we will discuss the tactics later on. Very, very, very special shape in possession. And I feel like if Chivu is saving this team shape for teams that are relatively weaker, with all due respect, this team is going to score goals for fun. They're already scoring goals for fun, but they will score more goals for fun, if you know what I mean. What I'm trying to say is Inter, they go 3 out of 3 in the Champions League. They currently sit second in the Champions League table. 9 out of 9 points, 9 goals scored. And the crazy thing is 6 different goal scorers out of the 9. So that's an amazing positive. When you bear in mind the goals are being spread about. Everybody's scoring. The wing-backs, the midfielders, the strikers, every single striker. Inter have 4 strikers. Esposito, Bonny, Marcus Thuram, Lautaro Martinez. Every single one of them has scored in the Champions League. And it's only been 3 games. Credit to Chivu. Like, hands down, credit to Chivu. I always have to give him credit because I feel like I've said a lot of wrong things about him prior to the season starting. He's truly impressed me. Let's get to the part that you guys want to see the most. The tactics. Tonight, what did I see from Chivu? I was truly expecting the 3-5-2, which I've seen throughout the season. But I feel like Chivu, when he got appointed manager of Inter, he didn't want to come and just redo what Inzaghi done. The 3-5-2, the split striker system. This is how we set up in possession. This is how we set up out of possession. No, I want to bring my own unique, different type of swagger to this team, to this camp, to this squad. I want to implement my blueprint on this team. It's kind of crazy. Blueprint, Inter, like it all makes sense. Let's talk about the tactics. From what I saw, Inter in possession, funnily enough, it was more of a 4-2-4. So, for example, this is a clip from the first half. You can see Bastoni, he goes left back. Carlos Augusto, he pushes higher up, joining the Esposito and Lautaro Martinez in that 4-man attacking line. Fratesi would drop in as a right back, and then Dumfries was pushed higher up. But of course, in some moments, Dumfries would sit in his natural right back position, and Fratesi would go and occupy that right hand side, leaving Zielinski and Çalhanoğlu in midfield. Now, when it comes to the second half, this is a clip from towards the end of the second half after the substitutions. You could see Akanji goes right back to allow Luis Enrique to push higher up the field. Sucic and DeMarco would do exactly what Dumfries and Fratesi done in the first half, because you could see when Sucic came on, at times he was playing like a left winger, like on the left hand side. He joined the 4-man attack. Enrique, Esposito, Bonny, and Sucic on the left hand side, and then sometimes it would be DeMarco. A 4-2-4. A 4-2-4. So you've got, it's practically in the name, a 4 in defense, and then you've got 2 in midfield, and then you've got 4 in attack. I like it. I really, really, really do. I like it. Why? Because for me, I feel like listen, with all due respect to USG, I just feel like when the big boys come to town, or when relatively smaller teams come to your home ground, this new Champions League format, do you know what's more, well, it's not more important, but as in, do you know what's as important as getting the 3 points in this new Champions League format? Goals. Because it's a league table, and you are now competing with, what, 36 teams? Like, last season, 1 goal was the difference between you playing a massive team and you playing a smaller team. And I think Chivu is looking at it and thinking, this is opposition that we should outscore. This is opposition where we could easily walk out of it having got 3, 4, 5, 6 goals. And you could seriously make a case they could have scored 5 or 6 goals. They win 4-0, but with the 4-2-4, it just means you have 1 less defender, because usually Inter have 5 at the back. And you also have 1 less midfielder. You push all of them up in attack. Like in the 5-3-2, you've got an extra defender. You've got an extra midfielder to make a midfield of 3. With the 4-2-4, you take those 2 extra positions and you just let them join the offensive line. And I'll be honest with you guys, like when you look at the goal, I believe it was Lautaro Martinez that scored. You know what? Let's just do them in order. Dumfries scores the first goal. This dude is just always in the right place at the right time. Like, was it last season against Barcelona in the Champions League? He's just at the right place at the right time. I think he scored, is it against Barcelona and Bayern Munich? Or I can't remember which game, but he scored in either the quarterfinals or the semifinals. He's always in the right place at the right time. The second goal, you look at this one, the Lautaro Martinez one, you could see the 4, Dumfries, the fact that he chases down a loose ball. Like, that goal for me is all Dumfries. He chases down a loose ball. He wins the ball. He gains control of it. He drives forwards. He feeds it into Esposito, and Esposito literally just puts it on a plate. First time into Lautaro Martinez. But you see, Dumfries on the right-hand side, Esposito and somebody like Martinez in the centre. And I believe there was like a fourth player joining the mix. I think it was Fratesi. The 4 players in attack, they were constantly rotating. Like I said to you guys, 1 minute it's Fratesi as a right back, as a temporary right back, and Dumfries in attack. This is where you can see some of what Simone Inzaghi implemented at this team, which is positional rotations, where it's like players understand it. I don't know, in one moment I might play as a centre back, but when the left back bombs forward, I now have to drift to the left hand side. If the wing back wants to sit, I will go and occupy that more advanced position. When you've got a squad of players that are very comfortable playing in a variety of different positions, it makes it easier for a coach to walk in and make changes like I saw today with the 4-2-4. That was the second goal. Then you look at the third goal, Hakan Çalhanoğlu. I think he had an amazing game. I think he's having an amazing season. Like, it's really going under the radar how good of a season Çalhanoğlu is having. Fair enough, it's against far weaker opposition, but in 60 minutes, he genuinely ran the show. Like, he genuinely ran the show. And once again, guys, when you bear in mind, it's a more offensive-minded formation. So at times, Çalhanoğlu was the only guy sat in midfield because Zielinski would actually bomb forwards to join the 4 attacking players. He done it all alone in midfield today. For me, he's spreading passes, he's progressing the ball, he's anchoring the defense. I think Çalhanoğlu had an amazing game, and he rewarded himself with a goal from the penalty spot. That makes it 3-0. Esposito, wow, like you could seriously make a case the kid could have had a hat-trick today. Like, he missed one chance in the first half where he was stretching for it. Bonny comes on, like he truly must love Bonny. He must love Bonny. Bonny gets him the goal. There was even an opportunity before that where Dumfries put it on the plate for him, but he just couldn't get the right amount of power, let alone accuracy, to convert it into the goal. When you look at strikers, like I'm a firm believer in goals breed a striker's confidence. Strikers need goals. I promise you guys, they need goals. It's just like how defenders, they want clean sheets because it gives them a boost. With Esposito, I look at him and I'm thinking, you're seeing all of your strike partners scoring. Bonny, you can bring on Bonny for 60 seconds and he will find a way to get you a goal or an assist. Lautaro Martinez is scoring. Marcus Thuram was scoring before he got an injury. I'm looking at him and I'm thinking, you're getting opportunities, you're missing them. Every single time you start, you finish the game having had the most shots on the field. You're getting into dangerous areas. You're pulling the trigger. The problem is, you're just not scoring. And I feel like over time, that can shock a player's confidence. The thing that I like about him, especially today, is the fact that he missed 2 opportunities, which a lot of people was criticizing him for. A lot of people will turn around and say, listen, you need to be ruthless. You need to be clinical. These are opportunities that you have to be punishing the opposition. He didn't punish them. But the thing I like about him is he keeps his head down. He keeps working hard. And he's like, you know what? If I miss 2, I'll make sure I'm still in the right place at the right time to get a 3rd. If I miss 3, I'll make sure I'm in the right place at the right time to get a 4th. If I miss 4, I'll make sure I'm in the right place at the right time to get a 5th. This dude doesn't shoot from ludicrous areas. Like, he gets himself into dangerous goal-scoring areas, and that comes down to his sheer movement, his sheer hunger to always be in the right place at the right time. He got his goal, and I believe it was like a sigh of relief. Like, oh, finally, I get myself a goal. I believe, like, after that goal, Inter were really trying to, like, walk the ball into the back of the net. Like, they were being a bit too fancy. Listen, 4-0, 3 points, 9 out of 9 points, 9 goals scored. I think Inter's next game is against Kairak, or I might be wrong. From what I remember, Inter's first 4 games of the Champions League are relatively easy. I wouldn't be surprised if they end up making it 12 out of 12. And you know what's crazy? Like, the icing on the cake. On the weekend, they now have got themselves a massive game on paper against Antonio Conte's Napoli. Now, in case you didn't know, Antonio Conte's Napoli have just lost 6-2 to PSV. That is what you call an internal crisis. That is what you call a civil war in the city of Naples. And I think Chivu, I think every single one of these Inter players, I think every Inter fan is looking at the reigning Scudetto winners and thinking, we are about to annihilate you on the weekend, because I think all confidence is drained when it comes to Napoli, and I think confidence is sky high in this Inter team. Chivu, hats off to him. I feel like tactically, he's actually having fun. Like, I think that's the best way to put it. He is having fun with this team, like 4-2-4, 3-5-2. There's even been some moments this season where I've seen the 3-4-3. He's chopping and changing different formations. I think he just wants to see which formations work, which formations don't work. And the thing that I admire is the fact that he's not rolling the dice when it comes to the formation changes in big games. No, he probably looked at the opposition today and thought, I can set up you guys in the most ludicrous of formations and you guys will still find a way to win the game. The fact that he went 4-2-4, in my opinion, and he walked out of it 4-0, outside of like the first 20 minutes where I feel like Inter were probably lucky not to concede. After that, they grew into the game. The 4-2-4 started to excel. Players grew. The goals came. And then once the first goal came in, it's like the floodgates open. Make sure to like. Make sure to subscribe. And then I will catch you guys on another one.